Hey everyone, hey Chrissy, how you doing? I think you were second. Kyle came before, but you were definitely first on the live stream. Kyle came like 30 minutes before, which might be cheating a bit, but thanks all for being here. So today we're gonna do some open source coding as always. Let me bring my screen up, and we're gonna be working on the LinkFree project. I want more discoverability for people on the platform. And I'm trying to think how to do it. But I thought, especially for people who are active on the platform, those who update their profile regularly. So I was trying to think how we could do this. And we used to have a Discover page. So let me give some context. And if you have any questions in the chat, or if any questions, let me know in the chat and we'll definitely go through them. So you can see Linkfree here before, and we used to have a Discover page. Right in the chat, if you remember that page that we used to have. It was great. We had three categories. We had one which was new people to the platform, which I think is pretty good. Maybe we can add that back in. We also had like the most popular profiles, which unfortunately got abused. People used to write scripts, so therefore theirs used to be the most popular. So they're always the same people on the front page. So that was a big driving force in removing that page. And then we had something else, I think a random section. So which we still have kind of in the search. If you click on search, you immediately get random people on the search page. So I think, that's a good place to have those vaguely. Okay. So that was basically it. But I really want the Discover page back. I just thought it was so good. I mean, we have other ways for people to get discovered. On the homepage, we do have a random section for the maintainers. So each time you refresh the page, another person will appear here. But again, that's not enough. I want random not random. I want discoverability for everybody, especially as we're going to add more content discoverability. I mean, we've got people can now add repos to their profile. So take my profile, for example, you can see the repos I've added to my profile, and this is local, so this isn't live. So these features are live. But what I'm saying that is when I go to repo section now, you just see mine. But if you went to Linkfree, you'd see the live one. You'd see a lot more. It's not just mine; it's loads of other people's as well. But we'll just play a bit locally for now. So yeah, I was thinking of a Discover page. I thought would be quite good, and I thought we could do it with profiles that have been recently updated. Therefore, excuse me. Therefore, it encourages people to update their profile because then they're more likely to get discovered. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the chat. Does that sound like a good idea? What do you think? I'm thinking a Discover page, and yeah, the profiles that have been updated recently, I think, would be pretty useful. And we have that information. So if I bring the database across, you can see if we go to profiles, we do have updated at, and we did fix the bug where every time someone viewed someone's profile and the incrementer incremented, like views 27 here, for example, it would update this date file. So obviously we don't want this update date to get updated each time the profile is viewed, but only each time the owner of the profile. So if I went to account here and went to profile and edited and added a link or something like that, then we would want it to get updated. And yes, people could abuse this. I've been thinking about this quite a lot. They could update their profile every day to appear on that list or twice a day, but you can't really automate it. So I think it's less likely to get abused. Whereas with it's the most popular or most viewed profiles, then people can write a script just to hit that page every time. So I think people might start abusing this. I think they'll get bored very, very quickly. What do you all think? Oh, I see some messages in the chat. Let's have a look. So Chrissy agrees. And what about the feature you came up with where X had those viewing limits? Oh, remind me what you mean by that. Sorry, my memory is not so good on this Saturday. Yeah, just remind me of that one, Chrissy. So let's try and see if we can get that done in today's live stream. So what we'll do, if I bring the code up here, and what we're going to do is we'll add to the navbar and we'll create a new page, and it's a good place to start. So we're going to go to components. And then we'll go to, where is it? Navbar. And we've got navbar. And then we'll add the page here. We'll just put it at the end. We might shuffle these around later, but this is something to get started for today. So we've got discover to the discover page. Here we go. So hit save, and then let's go down to out of the component section and go into the pages folder. And let's add a front end page. We might add an API as well. Let's see how we go on. So we just go discover.js. And anyone who's unsure, we're using NextJS for this. So you can see this will automatically link through. If I do something very, very quick, like if I just grab the 404 page, copy the contents, put it in here, and maybe just, I don't know, delete the contents of here. And then just say H1 and just say discover. We can show that it works. Let me prove it to you. Discover, hit save. To go back to the browser, Discover's appeared, and if I click on it, you should go to the Discover page. There you go. So we've got the page, it's there. That was pretty quick. That's why I love Next.js. It's so quick and easy to kind of get up and running. Let me see, did I miss anything in the chat? No, all good. So if you're here in the chat and you want to get involved in open source, you're in the right place. And do say hi in the chat. Don't be shy. To make the most out of a live stream, to make the most out of a community, to make the most out of open source, to make the most out of the gym, you gotta go. You gotta get involved. So just say hi. Don't be shy. Hey Emma. Hey Torsig. Hope I pronounced your name right. Great to have you here. Hey Carl. Long time. Awesome to have you here as well. I was thinking about you today actually. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning. I think some of you have missed. Some of you have missed what I said at the beginning. Yes, it's the first live stream in a while. I've been traveling, so I think it must be maybe like 4 or 5 weeks. I've missed doing live streams, so I'm keen to get started with them. Let me get warmed up. We've got Hacktoberfest just around the corner in like 6 weeks, so I want to start doing more live streams. So the question we have is, what should be there in the Discover page? So I really want to have a way for the people on LinkFree to get discovered. So basically more awareness, and I wanted to try and find a way that would like kind of promote the active people, but also a way that couldn't be abused, like when we had before Discover page where we had the most viewed profiles. Unfortunately, people just wrote scripts and just hit their profiles all the time. So we did then have a shadow ban option. If we saw this, we could just shadow ban them. But then in the end, it just became a nightmare for admins to do. So what I thought was we could have the profiles that have been updated recently. And yes, this could be abused. Someone go to their profile and just, edit their profile. But that's a bit manual. I think they might do that a few times and then get bored. So, well, let's see how it goes. But let me know in the chat what you think of the idea, or if you could improve on it any further. Do let me know. I was thinking, I think I was stuck on something, and I was like, if Carl was here, he'll figure this out. It was working with events from Stripe. So if someone upgrades their Stripe subscription or downgrades or cancels or credit card expires or whatever it is. So yeah, I was like catching the events from Stripe, a bit like you did with GitHub events. So that's what made me think of it. Oh, I didn't get a Discord notification. I don't think YouTube notifies the Discord anymore in EddieHub, but I do have the event in Discord. We only created it yesterday, so we were a bit slow on that. Posted a link to the feature I previously mentioned. Oh, let me take a look. October is going to be open source month. Yes, but don't wait till October. Definitely get started straight away. And there's no t-shirts on DigitalOcean's Hacktoberfest this year. So hopefully that will reduce the spam. But let me know what you all think about that. Is it good? Is it bad? I think Emma replied to my tweet about it and wasn't too keen on the idea, which is fair enough. Oh, really interesting. Okay, I'd love to know what challenges you're fighting with Stripe are. I think I've kind of got it working. The GitHub OAuth, like GitHub login on LinkFree, made it quite hard, because if someone clicked sign up to premium, they would go sign up to GitHub and they'd come back to like the statistics page, like the logged in dashboard page. And the problem is I don't know which button they clicked before, so I have to save it to a session. Like that flow would break, which is a bit painful. Let me check Discord. I think. See, I don't see the link you shared. If it's in the YouTube chat, just put in like the issue number or something, because I think YouTube has already removed any links from the chat. I don't think so. No, I haven't collaborated with MLH in a while, so probably not. I'm doing some collaborations with DigitalOcean. So check out the Hacktoberfest website maybe next week. They're updating at the moment, and yours truly might be appearing on there. So yeah, let's have a look soon and see what happens. Right, okay, so discover. Let's get some coding done. Time is ticking away already. So we got discover, and we're going to want to power this via an API. So what we could do is we could update an existing API endpoint, or we could create a new one. I'm thinking create a new one because it's going to be quite simple, but also if you want to customize it further, the existing one, like the existing user list, will get quite big. So if we have a look, there was a discover in here. We've got random, we've got tags. I think we add a new one in here. So if we did pick profiles and this one, you can see there's options for get profiles, but we would then need to add a limit to this because we want like the 10 or 20 most recent profiles. The other thing we would do is you'd want to order by recently updated and things like that. We make that a bit bigger for you. So I think having lots of options and flags in this might make it a bit complicated. So I'm thinking that we create a new endpoint. I'm not using Stripe Elements. Is that the React library? I'm not using that because I kept it really simple, but I don't know if I made it more complicated by trying to keep it simple. I can give a demo later. I've got a kind of a working-ish example. There are still things I need to do, but it's kind of working. What about yourself? Are you using any libraries? Yes, the hollow pins. I need to look into it. I think I've seen hollow pins used somewhere else before, but then I didn't see it get used, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I think it's a good idea, except it might just be a step to the better, great idea. So it probably won't be the final idea that they settle on, or maybe for this year, but for following year, I'm sure there'll be more tweaks and improvements. So yeah, a PR I did. Okay, now I'm a bit nervous. If it's a PR I did, I am a bit nervous because I don't remember, but that's no surprise. My memory is shocking. So thank you so much for reminding me. Let's have a look. So it is 7915. Let me just click on anyone. 7915. Let's have a look. Sharing our contact. Oh yeah, the stand-up one. That's slightly different. So the reason why I didn't kind of merge this and push this through was some people rightfully pointed out it needs a lot more kind of moderation. So there's no algorithm, which is great. It's all in date order and people get to submit their stand-up. And I'm really, really keen on this feature. However, if people start putting kind of say, spam in, and we need a lot of moderation available and ready because something bad might happen if someone puts any content that's not appropriate. We need to report content, and then a mod will need to go have a look at it. So I parked that for the moment, but I really do like the idea. It just needs, I think, a bit more thought out. I did a proof of concept in that pull request, but yeah, I don't think it's quite there yet, but I'd love to hear people's thoughts on it. Okay. No, I'm not going to do any updating of addresses. People can go to Stripe and do that. I've just switched branches, so I can't show it now. But if time at the end, I can show, or we can jump on a Discord call over the weekend and I can show. But basically, I've got like a pricing page, and it's just really just one button, like premium. Just pay to upgrade. So it sounds like it's a lot simpler than yours. Yours sounds like it's a lot more involved. Okay, so go back to the code. Let's have a look. So with the code, I am thinking, well, we could probably like kind of copy a big chunk of this. You know me, I love my copy and paste code. So if I copy that, and we just under discover, if we create a new one, and we could say, we can't call it discover, we could say profiles JS. Close the other one. I'll paste this in, and let's just remove the stuff we don't need. So it's going to be a get request, so that's given. It's going to call get profiles. It's going to be get profiles. There's going to be no options, which I think keeps it a lot simpler. Again, we can discard all of this. We will probably want to select what fields we will want, but we can put that kind of in line. Oh, I deleted too many lines. Look, so we do want profiles. So, and we're going to find profiles. We're going to see it needs to be enabled. So it's definitely needs to be enabled. And the fields we're going to want, I mean, for now, we could put some minus fields. Let's have a look. What have we got in the database, or in even better, what have we got in the model? I think if we're going to keep it quite simple for now, we're probably just going to want ID. We're going to want bio. Oh, it's kind of automatically populated. I don't think we need links for this one because there'll be a button to go to the person's profile. I think that might be enough. Is it not happy with name? What have we got? We do have a name. Okay, I think that's okay. Oh, they need to be strings, I think, not. This is what you probably also said in the chat as well. Let's have a look. These need to be strings. It's an array, not object, actually, if I remember correctly. Ooh, let me see. Yes, it's an array of strings. So that's where I've gone wrong. Well, you gotta break a few eggs to make a cake. So all is good. This looks better now. Nothing crossed out. Here we go. Yes. Add more fields if we need. Okay. I think that should work as an endpoint. I think that's pretty good. What do you think? There's no red lines. It still might break, but I think that's pretty good. It's obviously not going to be what we want. Let's put a limit on as well. We're going to put a sort. We're going to put some other features on. I think we can just put a limit on. I haven't worked in a while with Mongoose, so I'm not sure. Let's just see how we're getting on with that. So we can actually display it on the page as well, potentially. What does everyone thinks? Hey, Krish, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. But Krish, before you say anything, I know you want to switch to Prisma. One day we will. It is pretty cool, but not at the moment just yet. Okay. So what I'm thinking is discover page. So we could, let's close the button. We don't need button. We probably will need button, but and we probably will need image actually. We could just make a simple list here as well. What is everyone thinking? Actually, let me hit the endpoint and see if it works. So it's going to be API discover profiles. So we have got, we'll leave this one here and let's open a new one. Post and then do API discover profiles. What did I spell wrong? Oh, I spelled discover wrong. There we go. That's not a good start. There we go. Okay, that looks really awful, but it works. Let me bring that up in Chrome. I think that will look a lot better because I have a plugin for that. Here we go. There we go. So we know the list works. It's brought out 10 profiles. They're not in any order or anything like that, but it's a start. It's working. So it's pretty good, I think. So now, and we limited it by 10, so that's good as well. So now we need to see how all your Mongo is, because mine is not very good. We need to sort. So to do a sort, I think we might need to do an aggregation. We've actually got some examples on this somewhere. Does anyone remember in the code where the examples are? So I want to reduce that. I think in the search, maybe. We've got some really good, is this in the API? It is in the API. Somewhere we have some really good examples where it's exactly what we need, which is not here. Okay, I'm mistaken. Oh, I know where. In admin, we do have something very similar. So if we go to profiles in admin, we do have, where is it? Here we go, profile, and we sort by updated at, and we limit by date. So that's perfect. So we can add a sort on. Here we go. Steal that. Don't tell anyone I copied and pasted it. So sort. Okay, so let's see if that looks a bit better now. So I'm at the top because I probably updated my profile recently. Let's put an updated property, or like let's pull that out of the database. So we can say updated at. So therefore we can actually have a look and refresh that. So you can see mine is, as this is local, mine most likely should be at the top. I would put money on that definitely. What have you written? The orange rabbit is a little bit centered on the 404 page. Let me see, localhost. Why did I not get a 404 page? I should have got a 404 page. I don't know how I got a 404. Oh, I know how I got a 404 page. I went in API and we wrote discover wrong, didn't we? Let's see. So discover tags. And I just put some rubbish at the end. Oh yeah, you're right. It's not centered. Yeah, that's true. Always room for improvement. Good spot. If you could raise an issue and take a screenshot, and yeah, someone can fix that, even yourself if you want. Okay, so mine's at the top. Let's just check that's correct. So today's the 12th, and it was at 8:35. And the one before that was on the 1st of August. So yes, it's looking good. I think these dates are correct. So I think that sort has worked. But yes, good spot on that 404 page. So thank you very much. Okay. Right, now what? So we've got the data. I think these are the fields that we need. We might need to add some more. So now on the Discover page, let's make the request. I think we should do it on the server side, a bit how we've done on the admin section as well. Let me see. So this admin section is protected. I like the way that it checks actually the get, because it could, oh, this is the API, my mistake. How have we done it on the front end? Because we could actually reuse a lot of that and maybe move it to a component. It's going to be the same sort of information. So let's actually have a look at that. Profiles. Here we go. So it's done on the server side. Okay, those are the checks that we don't need. It makes gets the data in server side props. And then, oh, users shouldn't be in capitals. Don't know why that's in capitals. Users, there we go. And it kind of goes through the users, which I think we could use, and we can move this to a component and make it better. But for now, I want to be naughty. I want to copy and paste that. And then we'll paste this in, and we'll delete some things we don't need. So, for example, do you need to be logged in to see this page? No, you don't. Do you need to be an admin user? No, you don't. And then we just want to get the profiles. So the get profiles will be a different profile that we want to get. We don't want to get it from API admin. We want to get it from API. I think we called it profiles as well. So that's actually pretty good. I think we called it get profiles too. Let me check. And we probably don't want to go, that should be right, I think. Get profiles, perfect. Okay, so we probably want that. And did I delete something? No, that's still there. These can go. Okay. Users, I'll put discover. Okay. Trying to rename all this admin stuff, but we can see how that looks. What do you think? Let's have a look. Yeah, please raise an issue first, because I asked someone, well, I said to someone they could raise a pull request yesterday without an issue, and the maintainers told me off. So yeah, please raise an issue, add a screenshot, ask in the issue to be assigned to you if you want to fix it. And then, yeah, I won't get in trouble with the maintainers. Let's have a look how that looks. So I just hit space. How does that look? So that's the API, and then the front end, how does that look? We have an error, cannot read name. Okay, did we not call out name? Oh, tabs, we don't want tabs. That's something we don't need. That is for the admin section. So where do you see, is it navigation? Yes, so let's ditch navigation out. We don't need that. Again, there you go, that's looking pretty good. So I'm at the top, as we said, because I updated my profile quite recently. You got the date time there. This is made a lot prettier. But once we've got this component, and we can make it a lot prettier, then it will work in the admin section and in the discover page as well. And then you can click on any one of these. So if we go to Bilal, click on them, it should go through to their profile. And it does. So that is working pretty good. And if we refresh the page, it should stay the same order. Nothing should change. And those are the 10 most recent updated profiles. So let's just check that out. Let's do something. So I want to go to, let's just get some tests, making sure it's working correctly. So if I go to Bilal's profile, and then go back to here, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to update their date to be way ahead in the future, so they always remain at the top. And then I'll update my profile to see if things shuffle around. So let's have a look. So if I find my Bilal's profile, so if we do this, and I hit find, and then on their profile, I'm just going to put 2024. So they should always be at the top. Refresh 2024. So they're at the top. And then let's go to David's and put it a little bit newer than mine. So literally like now. Let's do the time now. You'll just give me a moment. You'll see what I mean and why I'm doing this, because I want to update mine officially and see if I move. So mine was at, when was it? Here we go, 8:30 this morning. So actually, if I and paste it in, so let's go to mine. Where's updated? There we go. So if I just copy that, hit cancel, back to, we were doing, well, I can do somebody else's, doesn't matter. Here we go. If I do Jake's, oh, no result. That's not good. I don't want to change Bilal's. I want to keep that the same because we put that way ahead. I don't think about anybody else's, have I? No. Here we go. Francesco or Dean. Here you go. Select Dean's. Here we go. And then go find. And if I update Dean's to be what mine is exactly. So now Dean should be second or third. Let's go back and have a look. So Bilal will still be at the top. Okay, that didn't work. Why not? Oh, it's enabled false. I was playing with this account earlier. So let's just put it to true because that's a good test. We wanted to test that the people who have their account, not enabled, don't appear. There you go. Dean's third. But I want them to appear slightly above mine. So I'm going to add an hour. Again, I'll show you why in a second. Add an hour. So now Dean will appear at the top and I'm third. So I'm going to actually go edit my profile, not manually through the database, through the system, just make sure it works. So if I just go to profile, and if I just remove these extra line breaks I was doing and hit save, now I should be second. Again, I won't be first because we put Bilal's right a year kind of ahead. So now let's have a look. I'm second. So that's the idea. That was the idea that I was thinking. So people who have updated their profile recently appear closer to the top. Yes, we need to talk about what's displayed. I don't think this information is displayed, it is good. So we'll get to that in a second. But let me just check on the chat and see what you think. Why is there Grafana favicon? Yeah, I don't know. That always just appears locally. I'm not sure. I haven't done anything. I don't know why that appears. Well, maybe a bug in Safari. I'm not sure. I haven't really debugged it, but it never happens when I deploy, and that's the most important thing. I actually don't know. I did have Grafana running on localhost before, so maybe it just got cached and got stuck. I don't know. Does it happen in Safari? In Chrome? Yeah, in Chrome it's not. And if I go to the same page in Chrome, oh, there we go. No, it's not. It's a Safari issue. See, even Apple can't get things right. So nothing's perfect. Someone should probably log a bug with them. But yeah, that's how it looks. So what do you think? It needs work. Like I said, it needs design work. And these don't have numbers. So on the admin page, these have numbers after it. But these don't have numbers because we're not pulling out that information. So we could probably remove these labels or maybe keep a couple. They might be quite useful to see what people have got. Or when you're looking at a list of profiles, do you want to see how many repos they have got? I mean, I personally would like to. So maybe we could bring out the information. It's public information, so there's nothing wrong with bringing out links, milestones, events, testimonials, and repos. So we could bring out just a number, keep it lighter weight, this page. But 10 results is not too bad. So Safari doing Safari things. Yeah, I know you're all probably laughing why I develop in Safari. I don't. I used to use Chrome, but when I log into things, I use Safari because it's got my GitHub account login. I don't log in Chrome. I do my guest, my anonymous stuff in Chrome in terms of if I want to test something that I can't access the page. If I'm not logged in, then instead of logging out and all that sort of stuff, I just have Chrome as not my user, let's say. Yeah, what information would be useful? I'm kind of, thinking it's not bad so far. Got their name, their whole thing is clickable, which is good. What else? I mean, we got other Tailwind components we could use. Date, we definitely need to make it look prettier. This, we need to stop it from exploding out. Or do we use cards like on the search page? What do you think? Do we use something like this? I mean, Amanda did this, and I think it looks pretty cool. We could do something like that and just reuse the cards. And that way we could do 9 people and they fit on one page. What do you all think? Rather than a list like this. I mean, maybe for step 1 we could do that, and then later on we could customize it further. I mean, let's just have a look at doing that. Let's have a look. I don't think it should be too hard. So if we go to the search page, I think it uses a component called like user horizontal or something. Let's have a look. Where is it? Okay, there's the tags. There we go, user horizontal. So we could use that. And I don't think we need to get too much information on the user. So you've got their profile with name, username, bio, and tags. So we'd want to pull out tags, which I think is quite good to pull out. I quite like that idea. What do you all think? I think we could do that. It might look a lot nicer, a lot less code to manage. We should use. I'm guessing we should use the search component. Is that what you're suggesting? I'm back. Krish, I'm not surprised. I think I'd be more surprised if you said, Eddie, I haven't changed my username this week. That's what I'd be more surprised about. Yeah, well, we have got an issue open, and I think someone's working on it so they can update their username on LinkFree. Maybe I could do that on a live stream or on Discord call. I think it's quite a challenging one to do and quite high risk because it has to go in and find the old document and update it with their new user. So yeah, I think that could be quite a fun one to do. Maybe do that on a Discord call. A few people keep changing their usernames on GitHub, so it's something we need to do. The simple fix to the issue on the admin page, I think there's max width pros class. Okay. The other thing we can do, I think, is that's probably the right one. Actually, I was thinking of flex, but no, it's not a flex issue. Let's have a look. But will it look nice in mobile? Oh, this one or the search one? This one probably won't look nice. That looks terrible. But the search one, I'm guessing, is going to look pretty good. It's going to. Oh, if I can grab it. Yeah, down to 2 columns and down to 1. So that's why that will work straight away. So I think that is probably a better result to do that. When my PR gets merged, I'll change my name back to the old one and change my name. Okay. So yeah, what I'm thinking is that might actually look a lot nicer. So on the discover, let's ditch this. So ditch all this. There we go. So all the ULs ditched. Okay, and then on the search, how have they done the page? They're saying if there's pagination, but we don't need pagination. Let's have a look on the UL. Here we go. So we can grab that. Let's see what we got. Paste, we don't need 2, so we only need always going to be users. So oh, we don't need to ditch all of that. I ditched too much. Let's have a look. This one I need, then this one, and then probably not that one. Oh no, I do need that one. I need this one. And this will be profiles. And this will be profile. We will need to add tags to the API because that is something we need. Where did it go? Is this the API? Discover profiles. Yep. Moves it over. So we will want tags as well. Here we go. Save that. We need to import this one. So if I hopefully do an autocomplete and it'll import it. Yep. And it'll be profile, and this will be profile. Actually, there's another bug on the search page. They're not users, they're profiles, because in the future we might have multiple profiles per user. So there's another issue if someone wants to raise one, that on the search page rename users or user to be profiles. We've got to get our naming a bit better. There is also there is an issue for this component folder. It's called user. It shouldn't be user. It should again be profile as well. But that's going to cause more conflicts with pull requests that are open, but the search page changes won't. Okay, what have I missed in the chat? Let's have a look. I've also tried to advocate people not to change the GitHub usernames. Sounds good. Yes, definitely don't do that. Sounds good. I know sometimes people might want to change it because they had like a gaming name and they want a more professional name. I get it. But yeah, don't change it on a weekly basis like Krish. F2 on VS Code to rename things. I have never done that. Let's have a look. Let's just try it. If I just, so you're saying I can select F2. F2. What is this magic? And if I say profiles, if I just say, I don't know, discover, we'll change it back, but that is pretty cool. And it even updated this that it's being passed in as profiles and it'll get renamed to that. That is, okay, that is pretty epic. Krish, 10 out of 10 points for you. That was brilliant. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's change this to profile username. Save that. And it should look okay. Let's have a look. This is the search page. Okay, so this is the search. Let's go to discover. And it looks pretty good. We have 10, but we want 9. So let's just go back to the API and change this limit to 9. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then if we click on them, go to Dean's profile, it works. I'm quite happy with that. I want to deploy that pretty soon. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. But Krish, that F2 is jackpot. That is really good. Try it on the profile. I want to have a play after this live stream. I want to try on everything. I want to rename everything. But that's pretty cool. What do you think? Do we have an issue for this, or does someone want to raise it? Does anyone need a green square? I know Krish has probably got more green squares than me, but I don't know. Let me just see if we have an issue for it. Let's have a look. Before I raise a pull request, I need to raise an issue. Otherwise, I will get in trouble. We do not. So who needs a green square? Who's still here? Let's have a look. Thanks for joining me on Saturday, everyone. I know it's your weekend. I hope you're getting some rest. But yes, who needs a green square? I think we should raise an issue for this. You have no green squares. Wow. Okay. You have 1, Carl. I probably have like 2. I don't have very much. Been doing everything in a branch for the Stripe branch. So all my commits there are going to get squashed into 1 when it eventually gets merged. So Krish, do you want to raise it? Just say discover page, recently updated profiles or something like that. Well, I think we can get this merged already. I'm sure there's improvements to be made, but I think we can raise a pull request and get this merged. So let's have a look. Let me bring my terminal over. Let's have a look. Here's my terminal. Let's make it a bit bigger for you. And we can commit this, I think. So if we do git status -s, what have we got? So we've got the nav bar. That looks good. We can actually check this and see. Look. So we've got nav bar. We added it to the navigation. I think that's good. We have got the new discover page. That's obviously new. Let's add these as we go out and stage them. Discover page, I think, is pretty good. Is there anything in the discover page that we actually don't need imports wise? Yes, there's lots because I did do a copy and paste. So let's get rid of those. Okay. What else have we got? So that looks better. So let's add that. And then we've got the profiles page. Oh, I fixed that. And that's on the admin profile. Yeah, let's add that too. And what is this? This is the API. This was a new API endpoint. It doesn't need to be protected. Anyone can access recently updated, and that's a file that is not part of this. Perfect. I think that's pretty good. What does everyone else think? So if I do a git status -s now, all the files we want to commit are staged. Let's create a new branch, and we can say feature, and we could say discover profiles. Branch, and we'll do a commit. and we'll say, oh no, no dot. We just want the stage ones. Feature discover page for recently updated profiles. That's pretty good. Before I hit enter, let me just see if there's anything I missed in the chat, because that happens quite often. Let's have a look. Yeah, when you spend a lot of time in branches and they're a bit long-lived, you don't want them to be long-lived, but they need to be because they're, say, bigger features, or they're challenging, and then you squash them all, and it's like there's like 30 commits in there, and you got one green square from it. Yeah, it happens to us all. You do the issue. Perfect. Let us know the issue number once it's created, and I will commit this. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got some failures. Discover context is defined but never used on line 10. Let's have a look. Where is it? What file? Pages discover. Pages. Where is it? Discover. Line 10. This is not used. Okay. That should now be better, but my staging is probably a bit messed up. I will just use dot, and the untracked file should be ignored anyway, and we'll check that after we do a commit. So before we push, we'll just do a check. You can see the untracked file still hasn't moved, so it's fine. So I do a git push just to get the GitHub actions running. Let's have a look. Oh, name wrong. Oh, I've done it again. All right, third time lucky. Is it lucky? Yes. Cool. Okay, so let me open a pull request for that, just to get the GitHub actions running. And we should have an issue as well from Krish. Let's have a look. That's 1 minute ago. Oh, here you go, discover page. Here we go. Thank you. So we've got that number. Let's raise a pull request. Add a screenshot as well. What do you think? We should probably say discover. We should probably put maybe a bit of a title rather than just profiles. Just thinking about it, actually. We should probably say, like, I don't know, recently updated. Recently updated profiles. There you go. I think that's a bit more descriptive, so people kind of can see how they can get on there. So let me just do another commit for that. Commit fixed profile. Oh, actually, talking about titles, there's another thing I need to fix. This is admin users, so LinkFree discover recently updated profiles. Okay. Profiles LinkFree, maybe. Was first. I don't know what you think about that. And then what should I put in the description? Recently profiles on free. Looks like can be improved. Just get that. Okay, and then we'll do a push. I'll check the chat, and you've probably all been screaming at the screen, going, "Eddie, this is wrong. This is wrong." Just want to get the GitHub actions running because it'll take a few minutes to run. Look, right. So screenshot we said. So let me take a screenshot. This. And then we'll drop that in the issue. Okay. Create pull request. Okay, GitHub Actions is running. Let me see the chat and what I missed. Thanks for the issue, Krish. Awesome. Oh, I should sign it to me as well, shouldn't I? Let me do that. Assign to me and mark ready for dev. Code, probably like 3 points only. Ready for dev. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Reviewing 8614. I get nervous, Krish. Is this you trying to troll me again? 8614. Okay, so you've just made it. Profile owner should be able to add testimonials. So could you explain a bit more? I'm taking a guess here, but I guess you mean if you've been given a testimonial on LinkedIn and you want to kind of copy and paste over here. That's a fair point. If you, let me just, if that's what you mean, I'll just update that to give a little bit more context. But that's a fair point. 923 should be reopened. Issue. 923. You sure not like missing a number in front of that? Clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. 923. We'll create a new one because this one has a completely different page, but good spot for checking historic items. That was closed. Yeah, it was, the pull request was merged and it was done, but the page looks very different. So if you reopen this, it'll be very confusing because the mascot isn't at the top anymore. So yeah, I would say raise an issue. This is being kind of completed, as it were. So I would raise a new one. Let's refresh this. Okay, almost running. We actually do need a test for this page as well. We don't have a lot of tests, but we do like to check that the pages load with some data. So we do actually need to do that as well. Yeah, it was a bit different back then. But thanks for asking. I think it was a great question. Yeah, it's good. I mean what you understood. Oh, okay, it's correct. Okay, so let me update that, your issue, and then just say profile owner. I like how you said I think. Very polite way of writing it, so I like it. Profile owner should be able to add testimonials from different sources. For example, LinkedIn, the LinkFree profile has all the testimonials. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. There are some challenges because you'll need to add the GitHub username, or we could just, if it's been added manually, say via forms, then you don't link anywhere, or you could link to the source. We have to have some thoughts and discussions around that, which we can. Profile owner. I think that makes sense if I update that. Profile owner should be able to manually add testimonial. Okay, that's something that we can have a look into. Let's see how this is done. We need to write tests for this page. Because people will review you, not review self. Yeah, I think it's not to kind of create your own reviews of yourself, but say if you gave me a review on LinkedIn and I wanted to put that on my LinkFree profile, I could copy and paste it. The only thing is then I'd have to copy and paste your name and a link to one of your profiles potentially. So it's a think and see. I like the idea of kind of asking the other person to do the testimonial again, even if it is just copy and paste it themselves. But I know a lot of people won't do that. A lot of people won't ask, and a lot of people won't then do it themselves, even if they are asked. Yeah, so that's a possibility. We could add, certain things as well. 8616. Let's have a look. 8616. And Carl, how's work going? Is it all going okay? Mascot should be centered. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, it looks okay. Thank you for raising. I think it looks good. Eddie, to be extra gender inclusive, we should allow people to add their pronouns on the platform. Yeah, that's true. We discussed this before, and I'm not sure what happened. What did we think we'd put it in as part of their name, or we put it in separately? Maybe a separate form field would make sense. Yeah, add their pronouns on the platform from the approved list. Oh, there's an approved list, but people could add their own, choose what they want to add, I suppose. That's a good idea. Yeah, raise an issue for that one. I think it's a good idea. Awesome. I think some good ideas coming out of this. I love that. Okay, so I should write a test for this while you're waiting. Just a really simple one. It's probably gone green now, but I'm gonna make it run again, I think, because do you want to add some tests just to make sure a page loads and there's no issues with it? So what we'll do is we'll go down to where is the test folder, tests, and these are all our pages. We can copy the search, to be honest, because it's very, very similar to the search, although the search will have a lot of searching stuff in it. But what I might do is I might just search, rename it to discover. At least we did like a simple hello world test. So let's have a look. So discover as the title. Discover. Expect it to have discover. Good. Navigate to the discover page. We're going to click on the / and then we're going to click on the discover link to make sure that the navigation works. If people can't get to it, then that's not very good. And what do we have the title? Recently updated profiles. So in there, I think that's pretty good, doing well so far. There's no actual search, so we can remove the searching part. But we do want to make sure there's our results. There should always be results, I suppose. So profile, not profile, discover shows profiles. And we're expecting 9, right? So we could say main li to have count, and I'll just put 9 in there. And then we're not actually doing a search for anything, so we could remove that. And I think the rest can go because they're actually doing searches, which we're not doing on that page. And then we've got the accessibility tests underneath as well, which is important for light and dark mode. But let's make sure we go to the right page. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. What do you all think? Should we try and run this locally and see? Let me bring this other terminal over. Actually, no, I can bring it over here, and I'll just stop it from running. Here we go, and I can run the test on this terminal here. So if we do npm run test, and we could go tests, discover. Here we go. Oh, and the name is wrong. It needs spec in the name, otherwise it won't run. That's caught us out a few times because we think it's passing when actually it's not. Spec terminal, and let's see that run. Oh, sorry, you want terminal back. Let's have a look. What did I miss in the chat? Good first issue. Yeah, that's a pretty good first issue. You're right. That's a good point. Let me. Oh, that did a test. Didn't look good. While that's running, let's add that. So it's going to be a code change. It is going to be probably like 1 or 2 points, probably like 1 point, and ready for dev. Where's good first issue? I lost it. First issue. Oh, did you want it assigned to you? You didn't write anything in additional information. If you want it assigned to you, let me know. I can assign it to you now. Let me know. Another question, should we add a resume button to download the resume as a PDF or make it private? I think have stuff public. I don't think you need anything in private. I mean, you probably want to hide maybe some personal information like phone number and so on, but I think it's important to have these scenes sort of public. Yes, is that a yes to you want it assigned to you? Is that a yes to something else? Sorry, there's a bit of a delay in getting the chat through. How's that? It passed. We do have an error, and that is on a different page, I think, or something we need to look into. Okay, that is on a different page, but okay, that passed, and we definitely want that test to be running, so we know that page never breaks. Tests. Let's just check the status again, make sure we're happy with it. Commit. Test. Discover. Page test. I'm going to squash these commits in. Too important. That's going to build again. Let's refresh that. Once it starts building, we can get that merged. There we go. Once finished building and passes, let's say. Okay. So yes, is that a yes for assigning to you? Okay, you have to put no, I can assign it to you already because you created it. Let's see, here we go. There you go. That should be assigned to you now. Cool. Right. Issue 8618. Check it out. Feature idea. Let's have a look. I'm waiting for that to build. Let's have a look. What have we got? Is it 18? Did you say? Yes. Pronoun field for link. To be extra gender inclusive, we should allow people to add their pronouns, separate fields. And then they've got the database. Okay, that looks interesting. I want to leave it here for the moment. I won't mark it ready for dev. Let's just see what other maintainers think and so on. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. So thank you very much for the idea, Krish. What's the plans for your birthday? Like just a week is remaining. Yes. I don't know, we could do a Discord call maybe. I think it's more fun than a live stream because live streams are fun, but it's very one-sided. And I just thought a Discord call, people could have their cameras on. If they wanted, they could chat. I think it's a bit more fun. But I am actually away for my birthday, so I could either maybe take the call on my phone, or we could do it not on my birthday date. Because when is the 20th? What's today? 12th is 8 days from now. Yeah, so I think I'm not back till the Tuesday. Well, I see everyone's in Goa at the moment, Francesco and Praduma and stuff. I'm very, very jealous. I really want to go to Goa. So yeah, one day, hopefully next year. Hey, Rajnesh, happy birthday. I think it's your birthday today, isn't it, Rajnesh? 8617. Let's have a look. 86 audio. I think we had one created already for this. Audio. Yes, this was raised back in January. So having like an audio item. So I will close that as a duplicate. I think it's a good idea, and it's good to get reminded about it. But uploading files just adds an extra complexity to the deployment. It's not hard. It's just one more thing to think about. And if people want to run things locally, so I don't know how many people would use that. That's something we would have to ask the community, I think. So yeah, that's another idea, I think, as well. A good idea too. Let me see how this PR is doing. Okay, it's still running. Let's see how it goes. Mega Twitter space or Discord call. Yeah, I think Discord call is more personal, I think. Twitter space, I love Twitter spaces, but you can't bring, it's a lot busier and less likely to kind of geek out with people. Yeah, I know my birthday's on the 20th, but I'm not sure which actual day it is. Is it like on a weekend? Actually, fair enough. You said the 20th. It's highly likely that I've forgotten which day my birthday is on. So I'm joking. Yeah, I do often forget. Oh, that's a shame. Next time. You're welcome. Can you message tag on Discord? I want to add you at your birthday. Okay. You'd use it. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have a think and see. I mean, there are a few ways it can be implemented. Let's see. Okay, has this finished building? We want to deploy it and we can test it. And then you can update your profiles on LinkFree and we can make sure that you appear at the top of the list. So it will be a good test. Okay, it should finish very soon now. And then we can give it a test on production. What do you all think? Will you update your profiles so we can see if it worked? Actually, in fact, while you're waiting, you could update your profile now because we're not adding any new data to the database. So if you go and update your profiles on LinkFree now, then when we do deploy this, you should be on that page and near the top of the list as well. Hey, Marino, how you doing? How are all your adventures going? Great to see you here. We're just about to do a deployment for LinkFree, hopefully, if this all goes green. I did add some tests, so they might take a bit longer. Another feature idea is to include birthdays, people adding their birthdays. Birthdays is a tough one because not everyone wants to put that public. One, because they might think they're old like me, or because it's a security reason is the only thing. So I think we have a birthday field for the person, a list of birthdays on the discovery page on the side. Confetti top class. Yeah. Yeah. It's a potential idea. We'll see what the maintainers think as well. Come on. Oh, are we finishing? Yes. So, okay, 2 left. Then we're going to deploy. So we have a drum roll. And who's updated their profiles on LinkFree today or yesterday? Then we'll hopefully see you at the top. Okay. Yeah. Come on, they should be finishing soon. 2 left. Come on, go faster. What's everyone planned for the weekend? What are you all up to? Apart from joining this awesome live stream, so thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. What else do you have planned for the weekend? Well, hopefully some relaxing, hopefully some open source as well. While that's running, I should actually check the files changed. Has anyone actually reviewed this? Let me share the pull request in the chat, and someone actually review it and get some green squares for reviewing it as well. Please review. You can get some green squares and help your contributing graph as well. But while you're doing that, I'm just going to check, make sure I haven't missed anything. I wonder how the navigation works. Actually, does it break if it's too small? There's no overlap. Okay, it just makes it. But it will break once we're logged in. So if I'll stop the server running. Let me. We're running the tests. Run that again. It will break because there'll be an extra button called profile. So, let me go back to the beginning. I'm logged in now. And if I go here, it's going to overlap, isn't it? Yeah. There's a slight issue there. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it right now, but it's something we need to fix. I doubt anyone's screen is that exact size, and we are getting the whole redesign done. So it could be a low priority. Let's see what else have we got. I renamed that. That was a good fix. And this is the new page. I think it looks okay. Where the name exists, true. I mean, the name probably will exist. I don't think they can have a blank name, but that's fine. Is enabled probably enough. And then we've got the discover page. I think that looks okay. And then we've got the test. Okay, which hopefully has finished passing now. It's finished running. It is. Should we merge it? What do you all think? Has anyone approved it? No one's approved the pull request yet. Get that green square before we merge it. And then you can all test it out and see. Because remember, these profiles we have. Interesting how I'm not on there now. That's quite interesting. Let me refresh this. Isn't that a bit weird? It's locally. Yeah, localhost, discover. If I go back to my profile, oh, that's live. So if I go back to here, I did update my profile during this live stream. We've got tags. Oh, I'm not on the list. That is a bit odd. I thought I was second. We didn't do anything to remove the person who's logged in. Let me update it again, and then we can just check, because that's a bit strange. If I change my profile to inline and hit save, and then go to discover, I'm at the top. Okay, so maybe it's because we were playing with the dates. So I'm there at the top now because I've updated it. So yeah, I think it's okay. Let's go back to here and just check. Yeah, okay, it's cool. All is good. What do you say in the chat, everyone? We cannot have Radio Eddie stage. What do you think about posting your StreamYard link and Team Eddie so that we can join and cause chaos and troll? Yeah, we'll do. I think on Discord would be quite good. Either do the stage or do the call to if you want to put on the video. I think the call on Discord is limited to 30 people. I think 30. We won't have that many people join. I don't think. So that's a possibility. So what do you think? Have you all updated your profiles? Shall we deploy this? What do you think? Shall I refresh? Has anyone approved it? Chris has approved it. Thank you so much. How's Chris's GitHub looking? Let's have a look. You got a green square. You got 5 green squares today. Nice. And your code review is looking good. Cool. Okay. So let's merge it. I think we're good to go. So squash, feature, discover page for recently updated profiles. And merge. Dun, dun, dun. And then if we keep an eye on the actions, we can see it deploying. And then have you all updated your profiles? Let's hopefully someone hasn't updated their profile, and then therefore they can update it and I can refresh and we can see it change. If no video call, our stage has no limits. Calls limited to 25. Yeah. Oh, and 80 if there's no video. But I think we'll use video. Krish, I cannot keep up with how many accounts you have. You have so many. You have too many accounts. Just focus on one account. Why do you have so many? I struggle with just one account. Okay, so let me close this now. I don't need this anymore. And we can see, has the deployment has started. We've got that release going out. Okay, let's see. We'll have some good news soon. You created a new profile. I can't keep up with all your profiles. You have too many. Anyone who has any questions for me, by the way, don't DM me. Let's chat in public. I'm seeing lots of DMs come on Discord. So yes. Okay. Yes, we do. There is an issue for delete. I think someone's got a pull request open. They're just making some final tweaks to it. Yeah, GDPR in Europe. I love it how everyone around the world mentions it. And I think it's only a Europe thing. But yeah, we need to be able to delete the profiles. That is something that's in the pull request at the moment, so soon. Okay, 8620. Let's just check this hasn't deployed yet. Nope. 8620. To elaborate about repo. When adding a repo, it would be beneficial to have a text input where people can write about it, especially if they maintain OR. Yeah, I think at the moment we take what's in the repo description at the moment. So for example, we have LinkFree, connect your audience with a single link. So you think additional, so what would display additional text underneath it? I'm not sure. Maybe a call to action, possibly, like star our project or come contribute. We do need some topics displayed on here to see if people are like contributing to Hacktoberfest and other things like that. Yeah. Just instead of just a text area, I think we need a bit more information on, is that going to be instead of the repo description? Yeah, for which one? Sorry, to give context, I said a few things. Some of them probably what I said probably wasn't very good. So you'd let me know which one you think's a good one. There's a lot of challenges with social media platforms, but yeah, we'll keep it niche focused and hopefully the quality high. Let's see, is this deployed yet? Any minute now it'll be deployed. So we've had almost 100,000 GitHub actions run, or 80,000. It's approaching 100,000. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, replace the repo description with an option to write about their experience with the repo. If they're the maintainer though, would they write about their experience with the repo, or are you talking about if someone's contributing to the project? And we probably need to remove duplicates as well in the future, because you're not limited to only adding projects that you're an owner or maintainer of. I could add any project and so could anyone else, as long as it's public. So there will be duplicate projects in the future. We'll probably need to group them on the URL, which we could do, and then show 2 profile pictures. So I don't think anyone's added LinkFree, but someone might. Here's LinkFree. Oh, here's LinkFree as well. So someone else has added it, I think. EddieHub, LinkFree. What's this one? EddieHub, LinkFree. Oh, it is twice. So we do want to be able to dedupe those, I think. I don't think I've added it twice, or maybe I have. No. So we probably want to dedupe those, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do you think? Is it finished running it? Deployed? It's deployed. Let's check it. LinkFree. So, Discover has appeared. And Krish has just updated theirs recently, I guess. And so has Chrissy. Okay. So let me update mine, just make sure it comes through as well. So if I go to account, profile, what can I write? I can add another tag, I suppose. GitHub. Save. Deleted. If I go to Discover, now I'm at the top as well. Perfect. So it does work. The Discover page works. So hopefully people will update their profile more and more now and keep it up to date, and it won't get out of date, because it gives them more of a chance to be discovered. So well done, everyone. I think that was a really productive live stream. I think this is cool. We actually went from an idea to raising an issue, making changes, testing it locally, raising a pull request, and getting it deployed to production in about an hour and 10 minutes. And I've done a lot of talking, so it's kind of probably been like 30 minutes of actual work. But the great thing is, I think it demonstrates to keep things small and add value, right? This adds value already, right? We've already got more people getting discovered, which I think is really, really important. I didn't read your bio. What did it say? Yo, I'm Krish, aka Eddie Giles. Yes, people like to tag me whenever they mention Eddie. I didn't. I don't read Krish. I looked at the picture and that was it. No, good spot. Good spot. Good bio. And thanks for letting me know to read it as well. That's what I missed in the chat. Well, I missed quite a few things in the chat. Let me see. Eddie, it deployed. Cool, thank you. Discord page works. Discord page. Oh, Discover page maybe. I see me. I'm being missed like on TV. No worries. Great to see you're back. Do it. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I think having people review projects, I think, is quite an interesting one because we've got nothing like that at the moment. People judge a project on how many stars it's got, which is not a really great judgment. Is it friendly? Is it inclusive? Just like how we can write testimonials for people on LinkFree, what about if we could actually write testimonials for a repo as well? So that could be quite interesting. Yes, the reason why I'm pausing is I like the idea. I'm just thinking the way we structure the data isn't probably best. We've treated repos a bit like if I bring up this me, because mine's quite full. We've treated repos to be in the document, a bit like milestones, but really it probably should have been treated like links, where it's a separate document, and then we could add the testimonials to that document. So we have some technical challenges around there, but that's not, a blocker. It's just things that part and parcel of running a project. It happens. But I do like that idea. I think you should raise an issue for adding reviews about GitHub repos. I think that's an interesting one. Thank you. Yeah, do raise it. Yeah, but not DMs, please. Do everything in public. Yes, I will add it. So instead of maybe adding a new one, I'll update the one you created. Here we go. Where is it gone? Well, actually, let's leave this one. Let's see if you create a new one, then we can keep them separate. And it's just raise another one, and then we can review it with the maintainers as well. But I won't suggest you click it right now. Yeah, getting over 1K of stars in a repo is hard, or even getting 100 stars is really hard. Yeah, repo testimonials. Yeah, I think that's quite an interesting one. And where do we put it? Do we put it on Good First Issue Finder? Do we put it on LinkFree? Do we make it a separate project? It's quite a tough one what we do with that one. So someone raised the issue, and I think we can have a think and see. Custom icons presents a lot of technical issues, so we're keeping it quite simple for now. We're just using what the icon sets allow. But that is now live. Let's see who else has updated their profile. I know some of you have probably. Refresh. Chris has updated this again. Cool. What changes did you make to yours? You got 2-column layout. Nice. You added LinkFree as well. So okay, so this is why it appears twice, which is fine. We need to dedupe these, I think, on the database. And we have a query example of how to do that in events. Someone did a great job on that. So we could dedupe those, and then have to see how reviews work then too. But I think the reviews are a really good idea. I like that. Eddie should click on this link. No, I'm not trusting you on that one, Chris. But looks good. I think updated profiles. It gets people motivated to update their profile. GFI, who are they? I don't know who those are. But I think it's a really good place to wind down the stream. And thank you all so much for joining. I think we have had a productive live stream. Hopefully you've all learned something. Hopefully you've got some green squares. I know I got some green squares, and I definitely learned lots of things as well. Oh, good first. You and your acronyms. To be inclusive, we need to not use acronyms. So thanks everyone for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in the EddieHub Discord so we can geek out every day. There is a link in the description below. And again, thank you for everyone who joined today. Really appreciate you taking out your time of your day on Saturday to come and geek out with me. I really appreciate it. I will see you later. I just noticed that Emma's still here, so I'm sure Emma is probably screaming at the screen and saying, Eddie, yes, the Discover page works, but it's not very accessible. So yes, I'm sure there are some improvements we can make. Hopefully when we update this component, it will improve on the search page and this page. Actually, the search page might have been improved already. So reusing this component and not using what I did at the beginning of the stream is probably a massive benefit. So that's good. So hopefully Emma's not shouting too much at the screen. But thanks everyone. Okay, right, now to do the countdown again. And go enjoy your weekend, get some rest, and get some more green squares. Thanks everyone.